Isaac and I are going to walk you through the Fléche and epee and kind of explain how it works, just in case it's new to you, and more importantly, when you want to use it. So again, let's remember, a Fléche is an explosive surprise attack. It's not your bread and butter. You're not going to want to do it all the time because it can be blocked, it can be stopped. But it is a surprise, and that's what we're going to be looking at here. First thing, before we get into it, let's remember how a Fléche operates. It is a flying attack, so you're going to always start with your hand. Your hand is going to extend out, there's your arm. From the on-guard position, you're going to lean forward as if you are about to fall. You're going to push and transition and make the hit. What you want to notice there is that I'm hitting before my back foot crosses and lands. I want to make that hit before that back foot touches the ground, otherwise it's just going to become a running attack. If that's the case, you attack from too far away. All right, let's get into the Fléche. So the first thing you want to know is distance. Separation is pretty important, but if you're going to do a Fléche, you don't want to be too far away. I'm pretty safe from this distance, but if I insist on making a Fléche, there's really no way I'm going to hit him. He has a lot of space to either retreat, he has a lot of space to stop my attack. Whatever it is, it's not going to be very effective. So, when you're establishing your Fléche, you want to be a little bit more provocative, push a little bit with the distance, you're in close, there's some overlap in the blade, and when you're ready, you can go into your Fléche and make the hit. You do not want to do this from too far away. And if you have closed the distance, and you're not ready to do that Fléche, here I am, I'm getting ready to Fléche, I haven't made my decision, Isaac's not going to wait there forever, he's just going to hit me. And before I can start, he's already shut me down. So remember, distance is the most important thing you want in setting up your Fléche. This one we're going to be moving. Second thing you want to be aware of is timing. So we're moving around, and if your opponent is pretty free movement, not really static, this is not a safe time to really Fléche because Isaac's going to be very responsive. I start, he can retreat, he can open distance, he can displace his target. There's a lot of things he can do. So what I'm going to do is create an opportunity for Isaac to make a successful Fléche against me. I'm going to become less movement oriented, so I'm going to be a little bit more flat-footed. So if we're on guard, we're moving around, and the moment Isaac sees I'm flat-footed, there's the Fléche. The reason why you want to wait for that opportunity is because once you're flat-footed, once you're static, there's nothing you can really do at that point to defend yourself. So we'll do that one more time. We're on guard, we're moving around, we're in close enough that we can make hits, but we're very responsive. Isaac wants to make a Fléche, and there it goes. So he only goes when I've stopped. Stopping is very important in that it creates the opportunity for you. It is a little risky though, because your opponent can create a false opportunity, an invitation to bring in the Fléche. But when we're that close, it's not much of a likelihood that's going to really work. Finally, we're going to be looking at a situation in which you do not want the Fléche. And this is where a lot of us lose touches. Due to just poor judgment, we're losing distance, our timing isn't on. So we're going to see how that happens. So, a poor opportunity to make a Fléche is where the distance is opening. So here I am, I'm moving. Isaac wants to create an attack, but I haven't really stopped moving. He makes his Fléche, and I make a stop hit to his hand as it's approaching, or I can just duck, I can displace and hit. So this is not an advantageous time for Isaac to go. If the distance is opening and it's expanding, you don't want to attack. If it's getting further away, the Fléche is short, he's not going to be able to hit me, I am able to do other actions. So, make sure that you are setting the distance, you have the timing, and you are observant of what your opponent is doing, so that you can make a successful